Hey, what's up? So today I'm going to be breaking down my rank 4 Dark Phoenix. This is on the live server as well. This is not beta. I'm not a beta tester. I'm working towards it. With your guys' support lately, we will eventually become a beta tester, which is awesome. But yes, this is the live server. This is my rank 4 SIG 200 Dark Phoenix. I wanted to start a new series where I just go over all my rank 4s, kind of why I did it and what they're good at. And then obviously, everyone knows what Dark Phoenix is, or who Dark Phoenix is. She is broken. She's one of the best defenders in the game. If you don't have a counter, you're going to take, like, you're basically going to die, or your health pool is going to get really close to zero if you don't have a counter. And honestly, she's one of the best attackers in the game, too. I will show you this after we go over the abilities, but she is really underrated on attack. She has, for one, she has insane damage, and she has crazy damage over time, but she's also immortal. She has an immortal ability, like Hercules, but with that ability, she heals for every energy damage you do to the opponent, you heal that back. So every time you go to mortal, you literally can go back to 100% health instantly. So you basically have 2 lives each fight as long as you play it correctly. And you can use that immortality as many times as you want in a quest. It's only once per fight, but in a quest you can use it as many times as you want as long as they don't have a counter. Now if they have someone like Hood who can counter you, then yeah, you won't be able to use it. But let's get into it. So her signature ability as a defender, gain a Phoenix Rising charge at 5+ Ember charges. Basically, that just ramps her closer to that big fury she gets from Special 2. And then this is the main reason you want her at high sig, because her safeguard gets stronger the more sigs you put into her. So a 60% safeguard is kind of nuts. That means I think she can only take 2 to 5% damage. I don't know. Somewhere between there per hit, which means she cannot get nuked. She really can't get nuked unless you have a bunch of damage over time. And then also, while you're immortal, your special attacks are unblockable, just like Hercules. So, another thing is, she can't be power drained, and she's immune to all incinerates and nova flames, so she can take someone like Torch perfectly fine. And then her combat power rate can't be reduced by more than 50%. That's kind of whatever. There's not very many people who reduces that. This is a big one, though. This is why on defense she's really hard to counter, because if you were to nullify one of her buffs, they just come back as a passive. So that's why someone with like Fate Seal or someone, yeah, with like Fate Seal is so good, because you just completely, like, she doesn't even proc the buff in general, which means she doesn't have a buff to get nullified, if that makes sense. So, at 15 Ember charges, once you launch an SP2, you get a big Fury. For each Ember charge, the Fury is stronger. So here's her Safeguard. Everyone knows what Safeguard is. It's just how much damage is capped out per hit. Don't worry about that. Heavy attacks, Pulverize, Armor Up effects. It's good utility. It's great utility, but I really don't ever use it because I just use the damage over time. It nukes them. Okay, so Special 1. I'll show you some gameplay, but Special 1, you can basically Special 1 lock if you kind of do it right. You can just get like infinite amount of power gain. It's kind of busted, and you also gain an unstoppable buff. So if she's on defense, you never want to let her launch her Special 1, because you're just kind of screwed at that point. The fight's just gonna keep rolling and rolling and snowballing, and then you're just screwed. Special 2, you inflict a root on the enemy, and it's just a Special 2, no really abilities. And then Special 3, which is pretty cool, you launch a permanent Nova Flame on them, which does insane damage. So, that was kind of a quick run through of her kit, because I really want to show you her kit in-game, because it's hard to explain on the abilities tab. I just want to show you her kit in-game, so let's get to it. Alright, here we are. This is just a normal Realm of Legends Winter Soldier fight. Everybody knows this, 550k health, and I'm just going to play this fight with the best loop I know possible. I'm not going to go for anything special. I'm just going to build up my charges and then go for a big SP2. That's all I'm going to do in this fight. I don't want to show any of the utility yet. It's just a big fight and see how much damage I can do. So the best way you want to do is you want to parry and then just double medium. That's how I build up. Parry, double medium. And then you keep doing this. You can put in a light in there too. You want to keep doing this until you get a bar of power. Once you get a bar of power, you keep launching Special 1s. You want those Nova Flame passives up there, you want them to be 15. Once you hit 15, then you want to launch a big SP2 because you'll get a big Fury. So, just a few more double mediums, and then we should be able to launch a big SP2. And then boom, this is the biggest Fury you can get, and watch. Her basic attacks are going to do so much damage now. Like, 22k crit is nothing to scoffle about. Like, that is big damage. And then with her Fury, her Nova Flames also become more potent. So that's ticking for like 4,000 damage. So about 8,000 damage every second. And then that's Realm of Legends, Winter Soldier down. 550k health in 59 seconds. So, once again, she's not a nuke. She's just very reliable and has very good damage. So, we're going to do this fight again. And in this fight, I'm going to showcase kind of what her SP1 lock looks like. The only time you really want to use this are for like certain nodes where SP1 damage is better. But this is just an easy way to just keep launching specials and getting them Nova Flames up. So, you really just kind of want to combo into a special one. So you just keep building power like normal. Needs to play into me. And then boom, I launch a special one, and that power gain is basically going to get me back to another special one. So I can just keep launching special ones indefinitely, and I never have an issue. I just keep launching special ones, I keep stacking Nova Flames. Now the fight's going to take forever this way, but this is such a simple way to play her, and you just keep doing this. If you just keep doing this, you'll eventually cook them down with Nova Flames. But yeah, this is just a great loop if you're kind of unsure how to play her, or the fight is a little weird, you just keep launching special ones. So I can keep going on and keep launching special ones, but you can see the fight takes forever. But that is also another way to play Dark Phoenix if you're just not the greatest player and you just want to do damage to the opponent. Like, that was 400k health or whatever down, pretty easy, and all I did was just spam SP1s. Okay, so now I'm going to showcase just a long form content fight. This is 3.3 million health. This is half of an Acropolis fight. And what I want to go for here is I want to build up to a big SP2, get my Fury, and then I want to look for shooting an SP3 at Star-Lord. The reason you want to do this is because when you shoot an SP3 at him, you obviously put a permanent Nova Flame on the opponent, and that permanent Nova Flame ticks for a lot over time. And you can stack up to 3 of them, I believe, permanently. So we kind of evaded that hits, whatever, I'm unblockable. Now I want to build right under the SP3, launch an SP2. And now I want to bait this. And I'm going to try to race back to my SP3 before that Fury expires. So we're almost there. Fury's about halfway over. We're half a bar of power away from SP3. We need him to launch a special attack. Sweet. And now we just launch our SP3. And what this is going to do, like I said, is just going to put a permanent Nova Flame on the opponent. And that Nova Flame is ticking for 2,700 damage. So that is about 6,000 damage every second. And that's for the rest of the fight. I can literally never hit Star-Lord again, and I'll just end the fight. So now with that up, I'm going to showcase another ability she has where she goes immortal. So I'm just going to let Star-Lord combo me in the face. I'm just going to let him combo me in the face, and I'll get back to you when I die because this is probably going to take forever. Actually, never mind. He's kind of cooking me. Okay, he's doing pretty big damage. So, once I die, see, I'm now dead. I'm going to launch another SP3, and as you can already see, I'm at 12% again. But when I launch this, I'm basically going to heal back to full instantly. Like, the regen is insane. And I'm at full health. In that fight, I took a million health off, 1.2 million health, no issue. I healed back to full after dying. I had 2 permanent Noble Flames on her, and that's just the smallest, like, that is like her average fight. Like, that is what you're gonna get from Dark Phoenix every single fight, because like I said, she goes immortal every single fight. As well as her being just a nuts attacker, she's also an insane defender. I'll fight her with some of my champs. I don't really have a great counter. The greatest counter I found out was either Hood or Archangel. Because Hood can completely just shut her off, and Archangel can too if you get lucky with Neuroshocks. But I'll kind of just showcase her on defense a little bit, if I can find my Hood. There we go. So, like I said, you really don't want her to throw SP1s at all. You want to keep her from throwing SP1s if you can. And she launched an SP1. See, now you're going to watch me tick down like all my health is about to just get nuked. And this is kind of how the fight goes poorly. If she launches one SP1, then you're kind of just screwed. See, and I got Mystic Dispersion, pushed me to 3 bars of power, but I was trying to look for a heavy there, but... And then, yeah. See how quick that fight went out of my control? If she launches an SP1, I'm cooked. Like, that was the best matchup I have found as Hood, and as long as she launches one SP1, you're screwed. Like, the fight's just over with. I could have played that better, but that was just showcasing what an average fight in BGs is going to look like, because her AI never wants to work with you. Just like any AI in BGs, they never want to work with you. But, yeah, that's the end of this video. I just kind of wanted to showcase my rank 4 Dark Phoenix. If you guys like this video, I'll go ahead and showcase my other rank 4s and any rank 4 I have in the future, just to get the word out there and just to get like the name of these champs out there, to kind of show you some gameplay, because if someone was thinking about rank 4ing Dark Phoenix, I would love for them to watch this video and understand what they're getting into. But yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.